Hi, I'm Karen Collins, and today I'm here with Dr. Burton-Freeman, a renowned researcher regarding substances that you maybe used to consider antioxidants, and we'll talk about why our understanding of that is evolving. Dr. Burton-Freeman is director of the Center for Nutrition Research at the Institute for Food Safety and Health at the Illinois Institute of Technology, and also does research as part of work at the University of California, Davis. So these compounds we're learning more and more about their protective value, but there are so many questions out there about how we can best take advantage of that. And when people get frightened, it's easy to think you've got to jump to supplements. There's no way my diet I could possibly eat healthfully enough to get these benefits. Give us an idea of the range. How realistic is realistic consumption? Obviously, it's going to be a change from the run to your local fast food place eating style. That's not what we're talking about. But how are realistic levels of consumption in the ballpark of where you're finding effects, or is it only at the extremes?
We're finding effects at realistic one serving portion sizes, and we're seeing it on with multiple servings per day. So definitely within the ballpark. What we don't really know is it something that has to happen every single day? Is it something that if I'm eating, 2 or 3, actually the epidemiology says that if I'm having, multiple servings per week, I'm getting a good benefit. And, in clinical trials, we tend to do the everyday thing, but I think that's future research. Let's do some clinical trials saying, every third day, just as a kind of a matter of, what might be even more reasonable. Than just
people who now have it once a month.
Yes,
simply moving it to a few times a week would be better, and not to feel like, if I can't have it
every day,
3 times a day. There's
exactly,
what's the point?
or 3 times exactly. And so it's a great question because relevance is number one. If you can't do it, if you're testing doses or amounts of fruit that people would never consume, then what is the point? You really want to understand what the effects are in a relevant population, relevant time frame. It really speaks to, let's be real about this whole thing.
Okay. And for people who can't get the fresh berries, either they're out of season or they are more expensive, there's frozen berries. You're right there with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Freezing is really sort of a forgotten way to get in more fruits and vegetables. And maybe that's, we love fresh fruit and we love fresh vegetables, but we can just as well open up the freezer. Freezing is a mild processing, so to speak. People don't really think of it as processing because they associate that with heat, but it's being handled, so it's been processed. But yeah, the nutrients are there, so pull them out of the freezer. And you may not be able to do the exact same applications with frozen fruits, but you can certainly get the nutrients in a variety of ways.
And smoothies and all those blenderized applications, every bit is appropriate and a great handy way to do it.
Yes,
right?
yeah, and great for kids because we always talk about how do we get our kids to eat more fruits and vegetables, and they certainly like the whole smoothie idea as one example.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
And thank you for joining us. Please come back for another Smart Bites, and we'll talk some more smart eating.